President Biden appearing on The View just about an hour ago. He was directly asked about the attempts on Donald Trump's life. Here's how President Biden responded.
He still jokes about Paul Pelosi nearly being beaten to death. He thinks that's funny. Let's see what else. He hinted that the Second Amendment people could do something against Hillary Clinton. And he's calling for a televised military tribunal for Liz Cheney. These are his past statements and ideas. He's blamed now, but now he's blaming rhetoric from you, that you inspired these two assassination attempts. After all of the calls for violence, you know, take them out, all the rest of it, you know what it is. Don't you think that that is just unbelievable? And what do you say to that?
Well, I think he is the most unusual president. No. Look, when I ran, I said I was running. One of the first major speeches I made was for Independence Hall about democracy. That democracy is at stake.
And to restore the soul of this country.
Yes, and look, Trump is
Careful.
there's not a lot of social redeeming value there.
No, you think? Right.
But here's the thing. He really does not believe in democracy and the guardrails that our system is set up for the abuse of power.
Charles, the news cycle today is about the assassination report in Iran threatening to assassinate Trump. And he goes on to say that Trump has no redeeming social value and doesn't believe in democracy.
President Biden has spent his entire time in the White House going off on 50% of this country. He hates MAGA Republicans. Let's be honest about this. The vitriol, every time he opened his mouth, MAGA Republicans are such an extreme threat. The vitriolic anger and hatred from this president to half of this nation has been on full display, period. That is the bottom line. It's not even about President Trump. He hates anyone who ever voted for President Trump, and that's scary.
That was Mr. Unity, Emily.
Yeah, that's right. Mr. Unity, that continues after he said to put President Trump in the bullseye. You're absolutely right, Charles. And this is someone whose rhetoric is, frankly, so below the office that he is privileged to hold. This is absolutely unacceptable. I will await his apology and accountability, his accountability for this rhetoric on the heels of two assassination attempts.
You got to wait for the apology.
Harris, how difficult is it to say, let's tone all this down?
See, I don't know. It's a great question. I think that it is difficult not to say the quiet part out loud when you feel like you've been pushed off the ticket. And look, he tried to gloss it over at the United Nations General Assembly speech, talking about he chose to leave for the great of the country. You think that's good, what he just did for the country? To double down on, well, how much this guy deserves it because he's a threat to democracy? To say the things he just said about Trump after two assassination attempts? You think that's good for the country? I'm going to say no, it's not. Biden knows it's not. Biden doesn't care. My big question now is, what else is being said in quiet quarters at the Biden-Harris White House, and how much does she have to say?
What's disturbing is that there are a whole lot of Democrats in this country who are taking his marching orders very seriously. There was a Rasmussen poll released last week that found that nearly 25% of Democrats wish the attempted assassinations had been successful. Realize where we are at, because it is scary.
Yes, everyone tone down the rhetoric. Not sure why that's hard for a commander-in-chief to say.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.